and she's just going to come back and actually complain.
Moaning, eh?
She's just going to be moaning. She's going to be like, oh, the food was so terrible. Oh, I had to spend time with my kids.
So that time I was doing drifties, it could have ended up pretty bad.
Also, who eats at midnight? Who eats at 1 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, nah. We'll have to start a Pepper and Me off the books podcast for that one.
You're listening to the Pepper and Me podcast, Around the Dinner Table with Cherie, Cam and Lorne, where we chat all things food and business.
Morning.
Afternoon, bro. It's only 2:30 in the afternoon.
Yeah, we can lie on this though, can't we?
I guess we can, yeah. Welcome to Around the Dinner Table podcast. You're here with Lorne and Cam, while Cherie's off in
Gallivanting in Fiji.
Fiji.
I actually saw they got on a boat party the other day.
The worst thing, I said this the other day, the worst thing is she's going to come back from Fiji. We're all going to be, just like livid at the fact that she's been in Fiji when it's like cold as anything in New Zealand. We've had a cold snap. And she's just going to come back and actually complain.
Moaning, eh?
She's just going to be moaning. She's going to be like, oh, the food was so terrible. Oh, I had to spend time with my kids. Oh, the food was terrible again.
Couldn't get a break.
The kids, traveling with children. And we're just going to be sitting here working away in like 3-degree warehouse. And she's just going to come back complaining about Fiji.
It'd be nice to know, good enough. Her relationship stayed intact.
It'd be real interesting, actually, yeah.
That would have been a big test, I think, eh? But anyway, I'm sure she can
Bit of a pressure cooker right there.
Yeah, she can come tell us all about it next time.
I'm sure there'll be some stories. Poor Matt might get raked over the coals, but it'll be okay.
What's been on your plate lately, mate?
Cooking plate or just life?
Yeah, go life first.
Go life first. We actually had Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Which was nice, do the old breakfast for Hayley and get the kids drawing in the card and on all the stuff and whatnot. So that was nice. It was cool to, have a purposeful show of appreciation for my wife/mother to my children.
Because what's Abel now? Abel's what?
Abel's 4.
So 4 years motherhood.
Yep, 4 years of motherhood. But yeah, so that was kind of everything on the weekend. We haven't been doing any exciting cooking recently.
Yeah.
I think winter hit us pretty hard. I talked about it maybe a couple of weeks ago on the podcast, but we had a gastro bug go through us, through the house, which sucked. And then we ended up with colds and whatnot, which sucked. And Cherie will complain about it being a mindset, but it just sucks.
It can rock you though, eh?
It really does. And I cooked some sort of fails. We had I did some gnocchi, right? I did some Cheats gnocchi with some of the new in development butters.
Right.
Because it's almost butter season here at Pepper and Me. And just straight up burnt the butter and burnt the gnocchi in the pan, and it was just bitter and gross. But I've got some more gnocchi to try it again. But something I saw on TikTok, and I think I might have saved it to show you because I thought would have been a bit of you, is you can grate halloumi and then fry it off as if it's...
A gnocchi or into just...
Sorry, not gnocchi. What did I say? Halloumi.
Yeah.
No, into anything. So like if you make like I don't know, I think they did it on like a quinoa dish or something, but you grated it and then like fried it and it turned into kind of like crispy cheese.
Yeah, right.
Because it doesn't melt.
Yeah.
But it just fries off, and so I'm real keen to try that. I love some fried halloumi. You would be into halloumi, right? Halloumi's mean with some nice
actually
some guacamole and some what do you call that? Balsamic glaze.
Yeah. So my favourite way to do halloumi is when you just on the fry pan with I used to do honey and chili.
What?
And salt.
Sweet sesh
and now. A sweet sesh out. It's
so mean.
It's just so simple, and it like caramelizes on the outside. You just drop it on anything, eh?
Bit of a kick, yep.
Yeah, it's definitely my favourite way to do it.
Yep.
With
little plug there, sweet sesh.
Yeah, sweet. It's out now, actually.
Out now.
Mm.
Go get some.
Use
the discount code Cherie sucks.
This is sponsored by Cane and Abel, by the way. Well, what did I do this week? And I shot home for Mother's Day too. And what's been on my plate is we did a massive Mother's Day breakfast.
Yeah.
And never done this before. Cooked pancakes,
but
put basic pancakes, but put cream cheese in the middle.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so
Okay.
so every time you cut, so every pancake you cut into had a big dollop.
Of cream cheese.
cream
I've never
cheese.
done it with cream cheese, but I've definitely done that with like Nutella.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
But maybe that's just me not wanting
Chocolate fan,
savoury cream cheese. I'd way prefer Nutella. But
Yeah, you get
I
enough
can,
sweet stuff with like maple
yeah,
syrup,
maple syrup
and everything
or
like
some
this.
berries or something. It's yum.
But
Yeah, I guess if you had like jam on it or something, it would almost be like a scone kind of situation.
Yeah, I just love muffins when you get like a muffin with cream
big
cheese in the
cream
middle.
cheese.
Like, that's out the gate, eh?
Yeah. Yeah, when you cut into a savoury muffin and it's a big dollop of cream cheese, it's like you've won lotto.
Did you guys ever do muffin mixes? Nah, it was always scones and yeah. I don't know, muffins they're one of those weird things I never really buy unless it's got cream cheese in the middle.
It'd be interesting. It'd be so interesting to see if that sold.
Do you know the Muffin Man?
Muffin Man.
Muffin Man. It's one of the best movies ever.
Honestly. What else you got on your plate?
Apart from that, actually not too much as well. I think with winter, it kind of like by the time you get home, you cook and stuff, but it doesn't feel as like extravagant, you know?
Did you see the aurora?
No, I did not. I was in a Hopi. And
Once in a lifetime experience, and you were in a Hopi on the wrong side of the island?
I know. I saw them. We're back onto the hill too.
Yeah.
So it's just you just shouted.
Yeah.
Tried to go and look for it on. Actually, this is something else with Eden. Went and looked 2 nights ago.
Sunday.
2 nights ago, yeah. And went out to Pilot Bay because we saw a photo and ended up just sitting there in the dark. Went to Polar for waffles and hot chocolate because it got to like 9 o'clock and we just pulled dinner.
All right, no aurora here. Let's go eat some waffles. Would you rate them? We've had them before.
They were right.
I reckon it's just overrated.
Yeah,
But when we went, it was I could not believe how busy it is. How busy it was.
Always got people there.
And it is the tiniest little like shop, and it is so unclear like where you have to order, where you have to wait. You've kind of got stuff going on everywhere. It's a very confusing little shop there.
It's a very bready
Waffle mix
too.
as well.
Like
yeah.
It's not like it's like the ice cream and stuff's nice, but
yeah,
I think if you had the waffle by itself, maybe that's the whole point of it though.
Did I even get I think. Oh, Haley got something that had like brownie bits in it, and it had like there was so much going on.
Yeah, right. Ice cream can kind of be like that sometimes, eh? Like if you.
Yeah, it was just like over the top, but I guess maybe that sells.
Maybe there's probably people that you see those things on Instagram with people from overseas, like in London or whatever, and they do like those massive like over the top waffle cones.
Add everything,
like carrying a baby around.
I much prefer like 1 or 2 scoops of decent ice cream in like a normal cone, and don't even worry about like cream or sauce or anything. Just give me some decent ice cream. But that's me.
Mm-hmm. What that poll you put up yesterday?
Oh yeah, we put a poll up.
Got any questions?
Got some questions. Yeah, we got a lot of interesting stuff here. Most just asking for dirt on Cherie now that she's not here.
What do they want to know?
How much does Cherie actually work? You know. I'll just say yes to that question.
Check a timesheet, eh?
How much work does Cherie actually do?
I will say this though, she pumped out a whole bunch of work before she went away.
I tell you what, you put a fire underneath her and she
goes though. Yeah.
It's just like a rocket. No stopping her, no redirecting her. She's on a path and she doesn't stop.
What did she get on that ADD test again?
Oh, yeah. It's a bit of a yarn. We've done the self-diagnosis test here at work on everyone for ADD or ADHD. And I think it's by the like ADHD Association of New Zealand or something. So it must be somewhat legit. There must be some truth behind it. But we thought the score was out of 20. And if you got a score above 14, it said that a diagnosis of ADHD would be likely. So if you got a score above 14, it's more likely than not that if you went and got like properly diagnosed, you would end up being diagnosed with some form of ADHD or some level or something like that. And like I got 13 and someone else got 6. What did you get? You probably got like 2.
I got 5 or 4.
5 or 4. Most of the team were sitting in the sort of early teens though. And I thought the high score that you could get was 20, and we did Cherie, and Cherie scored 21.
Of course she did.
And so I'm telling everybody that this test is out of 20.
She gets 21.
And she gets 21.
Overachiever, eh?
And like, we were sitting there and I had to kind of like coax her through the test because she couldn't even concentrate long enough to actually finish the test. And she's sitting there like fiddling with something at the desk. And then the next question is literally like, do you fiddle with things to like, calm yourself down or something as she's sitting there fiddling with stuff. And then she's trying to walk away and get distracted. It was just hilarious. But yeah, obviously that definitely gives her some speed when there's a train of thought. She goes for it, eh?
What other questions do you have?
Is Cherie ever at work? Dirt on Cherie. There's actually some funny ones here. Cherie's most annoying habits. I feel like I've answered this before.
When she's on her phone, she just ignores everything else in the world.
It's so true, and it's not like if I get a text or a message or something, I'll look at my phone and I'll see it, but I'll still kind of be listening to whatever else is going on around me. She's just gone.
She's out, yeah.
Out. And yeah, that's funny. Cherie's expense claims that are not business related.
What's the best one you'll say?
Oh man. The other week it was Pepper's birthday dinner for Pepper's birthday. She's like, well, it's Pepper and me, of course. Pepper's birthday dinner work related.
Wasn't she paying car insurance for over a year on her old car?
Yeah.
And the power bill?
She was paying for internet at a house 2 houses ago.
How do you even do that?
Yeah, so she was paying the wrong insurance, and that meant that her new car that she had, which she's had for like 3 years now, wasn't insured.
Yeah, right.
Because the insurance that she thought she had was actually for her old car.
So that time I was doing drifties, it could have ended up pretty bad.
It's pretty hilarious. She needs new tyres on her car. Someone said, can you bring back Friday cook-offs with Cam? I reckon this year might be the return of Friday challenges.
Yeah.
I think it might be a slight different format, but I reckon we have to do it.
Yeah, and I think doing it, it's just fun. Like, I think
yeah.
I think we've lost, social media's kind of lost, like there's heaps of personal engagement with people now.
Yeah.
Which is great. In terms of like those kind of series.
Fun. Yeah.
Yeah, there's actually a guy, Hercules Noble Food.
Oh, yeah.
And he does the
personal chef dude.
Yeah, well, he's great. Like if you haven't heard of him,
he did that KFC thing, didn't he?
Well, he does. Yeah, I think he went in like the ad type thing over social media. Eh?
Yeah.
It's like make your
No. It was like a pop up shop.
Oh, okay.
With KFC, wasn't it?
I think
it was that guy.
The guy at the sourdough.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wallet sourdough.
We must have. Yeah, but that Wallet sourdough series is like
just clever.
Awesome. Yeah. So I think creating more of that again would be great.
Yeah.
But we have to do it across Canada and Pepper and me.
And it needs to go on YouTube first.
Well, we could probably skip the YouTube.
Nah, I think we have to. I really think.
Yeah.
The long format, like, I don't know. Anyway, so Friday challenges, I think, needs to come back.
Yeah, we'll lock that in. That'll happen.
Yeah. What sort of professional development coaching do we use? Do we use an agency or something? We use a crew here in Tauranga called Yellow Umbrella, but they sort of specialise in something called Gallup Strengths. So this will be really interesting. Maybe in a couple of weeks after you've got your stuff back, because you're going to do it.
Yeah.
It'll be really interesting to see what shows up on your strengths.
Yeah, I've seemed to have evaded it for...
You have, somehow.
Last, 3 years?
You're not going to get away from it this week. They do some cool stuff. Josh and Jules there are awesome, and we need to get Josh on the podcast, actually. He'd be a great yarn.
Interesting guy,
Really, really cool. But the whole strengths coaching sort of thing that we sort of try to lean into with them is way more about not necessarily what you're good at, but it's what you naturally, like what energizes you.
Yeah, right.
So like one of my strengths is a strength called analytical. There's 34 of these strengths. One of them's called analytical. And it's like I might be shocking at doing analytical stuff, but if I feed that strength, that's what gives me energy, and that's what, in theory, I should lean into a little bit. But really cool people. We'll get them on the podcast. It'll be cool. Are you two related?
What, me and you?
I don't know. Is there more than an employment friendship relationship there?
We'll have to start a Pepper and Me off the books podcast for that one.
Man. Is this talking about like, I don't even know. Josie, we'll just leave you to wonder about that one.
There was a nasty rumor.
You set it up with yourself with Blooming April Fools, no? Or what's this about?
Nah, that I was Kit's dad.
Oh,
I don't know where that came
oh
from.
my
but
goodness.
Some people.
Okay. All right.
I'm not answering yes or no though.
Sure. Me and Cherie are brother and sister. Me and Cam are just professional friends.
We're outside friends.
Oh, okay.
Off the
So
books.
funny. Yeah. Someone else has asked, either Cam or Lorne Cherie's brother or a relative. Yes.
It's a part-time fan, is it?
What do you do with sesh oil when it's just too hot for us? Add honey.
Don't buy it.
Sesh oil, don't buy it. Nah, sesh oil you could water it down, but water it down with canola oil. So you could tip half out and then refill it. It's not going to have the same flavour, but it's going to make it less spicy.
Would sugar?
Just wouldn't worry about it though.
With adding, because there's no sugar.
I don't know
at
if it
all.
would dissolve. You'd have to heat it up, I think, to dissolve it.
Right.
Sugar and oil maybe. But the big spice just comes from the chili that we mix into it. So if you tip it out, mix it up, tip it into 2 halves, dilute it a bit with canola oil maybe, but just doesn't taste as good. I would say just harden up.
Did you? Yeah, I'd agree actually. Like, I wouldn't say it's that hot, but I guess
Use a little bit less.
you probably do get like a like there'll be the odd batch that's probably hotter than more, I'd imagine.
I mean, it just depends on how far through the jar. If you're scooping out a scoop that's right at the bottom of the jar that's got all that dry stuff in there, then in theory you might be getting a little bit more heat. But it's all infused and it's all cooked off, so it should be fairly consistent.
Did you get any like progress on that skinny sesh idea?
Not quite yet.
Yeah, I think that's cool.
Well, that's in production.
Oh, there you go.
Yep. In research and development. That one. Magic Mushy and Sweet Sesh going to be permanent products. Yes. Sweet Sesh for sure. Magic Mushy. We'll see how it sells.
That's
we kind of kept it more for winter because it's much more of a winter product.
Yeah,
but people do like it.
It's a good product though.
The dried mushroom is really hard to get. And so we can't, like, if we're ordering it, we have to order it in bulk well in advance of when we want to make it. So, some intricacies there. But yeah.
Thinking about that Friday challenge thing.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about doing because I guess everyone takes turns cooking here.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when Cherie's away for lunch.
Mm.
But doing like a My Kitchen Rules type setup.
Yeah. I reckon that'd be cool, eh?
Yeah, it'd be quite fun.
In like teams? Like
yeah,
groups?
yeah. Because you could do the same concept as the Friday challenge.
Well, it would be like the staff do, but a little bit
yeah.
more freedom to do other stuff rather than like those specific challenges that we did. But, jump into 4 teams or something.
Well, the other way you could do it is do it over 4 weeks on a Friday, and then one team.
One team
does the
each
lunch.
Friday.
Yeah, and so like you'll be in here like filming or whatever, but they're making like the lunch.
Yep.
It could be quite a cool way. To
And
do
then
it.
it's almost that's. Oh, what?
So that's like their challenge. So like so for 4 weeks you'll do.
What's the one the TV show where it's like at people's houses? Is that like
My
Come
Kitchen
Dine
Rules?
With Me?
No, it's My Kitchen Rules, isn't it?
My Kitchen
the
Rules
start.
is the big studio.
But they start in
Do
the
they?
houses. Yeah, so they start off in the houses, and then I think if they get to the next round, because there's like 2 groups, and I think only half of them go through, and they go to the kitchen.
Okay, I don't watch enough TV.
I think the other one's like that though.
Come Dine With Me?
Yeah.
So something like that where it's like we do it over, we could do that. And we could actually do it over like blimmin' longer and just
That's
do
the
it
thing, yeah.
2 or 3 people a week.
Depends on how many people you got, but you'd give them a budget, and then
Have to convince everyone to get in front of a camera, which would be the hard part.
I wouldn't. You'd do it in like a real casual format though, eh? So
Mm.
like you'd have someone recording.
Yep.
But it's almost like behind the scenes
Yeah.
versus like actual.
You'd almost just set up a camera, like set up 2 cameras on either side of the kitchen and just let them do their thing and then just edit it.
Yeah, that would be an easy way to do it because I guess it's a surprise for everyone then if that's the case. Think about it.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think it'd be a good idea
That'd be
because
cool.
that content I think would
Yeah.
work a lot better on YouTube as well.
Yes. Yep. And then we could just do sort of little clips and stuff for TikTok and Instagram, but actually the whole content is YouTube.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
That'd That'd be really cool. Cane-Enable sponsors.
Yeah. Well, my team could be sponsored.
And when it comes to other teams, they're just left with a butter knife.
Yeah, they don't get the good knives.
You're not allowed to use Cane-Enable. We ask for rights from Cane-Enable, and you decline all of the other teams.
Yeah, no. I can let them use one or two, but
Oh, yeah.
they don't get the full range.
Nice. Oh, good. Okay.
In terms of what's anything on the calendar for Pepper and Me in the next couple of weeks?
Well, we've got another. By the time this comes out, we will be inching closer to the next Pepper Post box.
How'd the first one go?
First one went really well. Well, I had Sweet Sesh, which everyone now knows about. The Caesar dressing had really good reviews.
Awesome.
So we're stoked about that. Some good feedback, which means, maybe we'll, do a few more Pepper Post box, get some feedback on these mayos and see if we can bring one into proper production. I think heaps of people maybe tasted the Caesar dressing straight out of the jar.
Yeah.
When it kind of
needs to be used as a dressing.
To be used as a sort of a dressing. Yeah. And a Caesar dressing is kind of, it's a fine balance. I think we nailed it, but I think some people might have been a little bit put off. It's got real parmesan in it.
Yeah.
Or parmesan powder, which put into a sauce like that can feel a little bit gritty.
Yeah,
which some people were a little bit put off over, but if you put that over a salad, like, you're not tasting the grittiness in the sauce because it's not on a teaspoon and you're not just tasting it. It's like gets mixed in with everything else. So
because there's croutons in the actual Caesar salad too.
Yeah. So make a Caesar salad, everyone, if you've got that dressing, if you've got that Caesar dressing, and give it a nudge. What is it called?
Caesar? Oh, no, I actually haven't seen it.
It's called Basic Bitch. Basic Bitch, that's right.
That's a good name.
Yeah.
Have you had, speaking of names...
Oh, yeah, that's a good segue.
Yeah. Have you actually had in the past, because I know we were talking about this before, but because you guys have great names in your products, I was wondering, have you missed opportunity there with any previous product?
We had a Polytech group come through to learn about manufacturing. So I was taking them through a tour, and they were looking at all the product names, and they were cracking up at some of them.
Yeah.
Mother Ducker and Jerk It and stuff like that, and they were having a good old laugh at that. Missed opportunities, I don't know. It's real interesting. We toe a fine line of trying to make a product that is going to resonate with our audience, be funny, create a bit of a memory bank sort of moment,
shelf appeal to
it, and make people want to buy it, but also be family friendly for when it's at the supermarket. Yeah, if you're walking in the supermarket and you see a bag of spice called Jerk It, does that make you want?
Is it leaping off, or is it
I don't know, or if you're a grocery buyer,
yeah,
and you're looking at a list of products, are you going to buy, Jamaican jerk seasoning, or are you going to buy Jerk It? You know what I mean? Or are you going to buy Basic Bitch, or are you going to buy Caesar dressing, or are you going to buy, I don't know. It's really hard to know. And so we kind of flip-flop back and forth. We go, okay, well, let's do a little bit of a basic name and see how it goes. And we end up with Lemon and Herb Crumb.
Moroccan crumb?
Moroccan Ducker Crumb. Or... then we go the other way, and we had a rub called Chipotle Orange Rub, which was a real, these are the flavors in the rub, and it didn't sell. And so we changed it to Taco Tuesday, and now it sells really well. So I don't know. I don't know if there's missed opportunities, or maybe we've just missed the mark with some of them, or maybe some of them are too funny and not descriptive enough, but it's a real fine line, eh?
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah, and I know, coming from the branding perspective, the whole brand itself really works with the naming that you guys have going on. I know with Cane-Enable at the moment, we're looking at when we first named that first batch of knives.
Yeah,
we've got 3 left, which is the Handyman,
the one,
and the one.
Yeah, which don't fit the rest of them.
They don't fit the rest, so we'll probably go through a rebranding exercise on those. But it's quite funny the way you look at something and why did I make that decision? But it's all part of the process, I guess. So,
well, and you've got to try some new things every now and then. But it's I don't know. It's funny. Some of them have evolved over time as well. What was?
Well, you get ones like Rock de Zartar, which is perfect.
Yep.
It's got the product
exactly the product name. It's a little bit different. You're a little bit quirky, but like, what is it? Tandoori and Mexican and Moroccan. Like everyone just calls them tandoori paste, Mexican paste, and Moroccan paste. When the names are actually titillating tandoori. What is Moroccan? Moroccan's like.
Actually, I don't know what
excellent milkshakes or something. So this goes back a bit.
Oh, so this is to the
This is to the breastfeeding, to lactation aids. Yeah, so
I've never heard that one.
Yeah, really?
No.
Yeah, so and it was Moroccan my something. Yeah, because it was Moroccan, Rokkin, Moroccan my milk. Maybe it was Moroccan my milkshakes and excellent something. I don't know. Anyway,
to do with,
that's where Pepper and Me started. For those that, it was all lactation aids.
What was the very first salt?
Whatever's mum.
That's it. Yep.
Yeah, and technically, I mean, they've still got all the same ingredients in it. So if you're a lactating human at this point in time, give them a go, and you might get a little bit of
my milkshakes.
Yeah. Well, and it's all simple stuff. It's like that was literally how the business started with Cherie. So, get back to the roots there a little bit. But as time goes on, those have evolved, and nobody calls them that anymore. It's just Moroccan paste, Mexican paste, and tandoori paste.
Yeah, I know that because when I was working on it, there was Ding Dong.
Ding Dong.
Ding-a-linga.
Wingalinga Ding Dong.
Wingalinga Ding.
Wingalinga Ding Dong. What a name.
And then we just changed it to Ding
Dong.
Ding Dong because everyone was calling it that anyway.
Yeah, but it was supposed to be a wing sauce.
Yeah,
so it was
right.
Wingalinga Ding Dong.
Wingalingaling.
Yeah. Oh man, it's tough. It's tough. You get some very long names, but
no, I think you guys are doing pretty well. Yeah, you're doing very well with it.
Yeah.
I guess the next step is to I guess if you ever did revisit it would actually be like, this is the outline. This is how we're gonna do it.
Yeah, and it's really hard. Like we have stuff that goes into the advent calendar and we kind of name it something, and then when we realise how it can actually be used, we change it. So there was one product called Salmon Dance because the recipe that went with the product was a crusted salmon.
Yeah.
But then it was actually way more versatile than that, and everybody looked at a product called Salmon Dance and went, I don't like salmon, I'm not going to use this product.
Yeah.
So
you can name yourself to a hole there, right?
There's a fine line between, like Taco Tuesday, but I guess maybe tacos are flexible. Taco's almost a flavour to people.
Yeah.
That people go, anything Mexican, I can use Taco Tuesday. And it just gets, lapped up. So I don't know.
Because that was named around that time that LeBron James was doing the whole taco.
What?
Yeah, well that's because that whole Taco Tuesday thing took off because he'd have tacos on a Tuesday.
Oh, no way. That's news to me. There you go.
Pretty sure that's the one.
Funny.
But yeah, it became like a viral trend.
Oh, very interesting. But yeah, I mean, Poke Me, similar to Jacket. With, Dude Ranch. We had someone not buy Man Grind once because it was gendered. And then they purchased Dude Ranch instead of Man Grind.
I had someone message, and it was a very fair point. For Mother's Day, if we could call the handyman the handy woman.
Ah.
And I was thinking about Man Grind. I thought that would have been a really cool branding exercise to call it Woman Grind for Mother's Day. But maybe that's next year. I don't know. But it's I don't know. That'd be quite fun.
It's funny though because Man Grind's now, in my mind, become such a.
It's everything so.
It's like everybody should just know it.
Yeah.
But I guess that's the point. Like, are you limiting yourself to your current audience that know it and blocking off people that are now a little bit wary from the naming convention or not? Because 7 years ago when we named it, it wasn't as
free game.
topical.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's definitely something to consider now.
Who knows? Yep. You have to be careful not to cause a fuss, not give anyone a reason to kick up a fuss about anything.
Well, there's a lot more. There's definitely a lot more audiences to consider. And I think as long as you're being nice, like what is the word? Like not trying to be spiteful.
Yeah,
I think it's all pretty genuine,
harmless. Yeah.
So when you were talking about butters before, because I've actually been trying a couple.
Yep.
Some of them are pretty good.
Pretty mean.
What date are we looking at for those?
Ooh.
There's still a few more to develop, eh?
There's a couple more that are coming back.
Yeah.
So we're gonna. I wonder if I can tell people. I don't know if I can tell people.
The one that's kind of warm is pretty mean. Oh, that's all I'll say, but it's pretty nice.
Okay. And we're bringing back a sweet butter.
Yeah. Just one sweet butter.
Yeah.
Because will there be 6 again?
Maybe more.
Okay.
I think we're doing 7 this year, and I think one might come out exclusive for that.
Oh, right. The subscription.
Post.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm allowed to lock that in yet. And so I think there's 6 retail and 1
exclusive.
Yep. That will only be going into the box. So in a few weeks, you'll probably hear more about that. But that will be maybe only a month away.
Yeah. Okay.
A month, 5 weeks, something like that. Late June, because I'm cold enough for it. So yeah.
Yeah, that on some bread and some soup goes pretty good.
Yep. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. No, there's some good butters. It'll be interesting.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah.
What's happening in the Cane and Abel world? You off to any shows?
Yes. So this weekend, me and the Pepper and Me girls, we're popping down to Palmerston North.
This weekend? Next weekend?
Sorry, this weekend. I guess whenever you hear this, it might be the weekend just been, or
No, you're not going until next week.
no, it's this Friday. We leave.
Really? Oh,
That pallet's just been packed today.
that's right.
Mm.
So this will go live on Friday.
Oh yeah. So
if you're in Palmy,
yeah, we'll be driving now. So Palmy, P Naughty.
Naughty.
I got to my friend. I told him I was going to Palmy, and the first thing he said is, "Oh, yo, the P Naughty." But we're heading down there this weekend to the Women's Expo. And I'll be doing 20% off.
Nice.
And so come and check it out. Like, come if you've seen the product and you just wanted to hold it or check it out. Come see me.
Yep.
And we'll be doing that. The girls will have their specials going on.
Nice.
I generally do like
it's a show special.
Yeah,
like
6 products for 35.
Something.
Something like that. But it's very good, and it'll be cool to see. We haven't spent that much time in person around that area. Like we've gone to Wellington, gone to Christchurch.
Yeah.
So it'd be quite cool to see Palmerston North and the people from there. So it's on the Saturday and the Sunday.
Yep.
And so set up and then we come back Monday.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. But apart from that, that's definitely the main thing on the calendar. And then we've been working with, so we do have a few wholesalers now.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Which is quite cool. Yeah, so we'll have to pull up the actual list, but we've got Ballantyne's down in Christchurch.
Yeah.
And then we've got number 27, he's a knife shop just outside of Wellington, just above it.
Cool.
And then we've got Grant Bros in Gisborne.
Cool.
And then we've got I can't actually pronounce the first name, but it's Ahura Gifts. It's above Auckland.
Okay.
They're another one, and that's us for the time being.
Nice.
Yeah.
So if you're a stockist or if you know a shop that it might...
One more. Sorry, Clover. In the Mount, yeah.
There's one in the Mount, isn't there, Cam? If you know a stockist, hit up Cane and Abel, hit up Cam and get the knives stocked in there. We've got some cool little display sort of cabinety things, don't we?
Yeah. So we still have
go in them, and
and we got some. We just got a bunch of collateral to help them market it. So it's we're a growing brand, so it's going good. Cool. I think what we're trying to focus on too is just trying to show people how great the product is, because it is a beautiful product.
And it's a hands-on thing.
Yeah, it definitely
I think
is.
people need to get it in their hands and sort of feel it. And
yeah, I wish I could just let people chop stuff, but it's kind of like, especially with what's going on over in bloody Sydney. We'll stay away from that. But I think if you guys are around those areas, definitely pop into those stores. And I'll add it on. I'll do something on.
Get on the website. Yeah,
get on the website, and I'll do some stories on Cane Abel just to help promo them.
Primo.
Yeah, awesome.
Nice. You haven't cooked anything else apart from pancakes?
Nah, not yet, but I will
made some mean-ass lamb burgers.
Yep, I did make some lamb burgers that I had to use beef. Honestly, man, I couldn't believe I just walked to but all the flavours went with the lamb.
Oh, but you...
I wasn't paying $36 a kg. I was numb.
As soon as the video, like I was watching the video on mute as well, and I was like, that just looks like beef mince. And then I like had to like scroll up and like restart the video and like play it to hear you be like, and I just cooked beef mince. I'm like, why are they called lamb burgers?
Because the feta and the rata, it goes really good with it. Anyway, I did make those and they were delicious, even without the lamb.
Yep.
And I think homemade pesto and homemade tzatziki is just so much better. Those are the next videos to pop out. But
nice.
Like making sauces at home,
so good.
So good. And like it's real funny because they're trying to like come up with creative ways to like, what is this knife? What do you can do with a knife?
Do with it, yeah.
And it's just trying to like replace the pestle and mortar.
Yeah,
The grater.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it might take you like another extra couple minutes, but it's pretty good.
If your knife's already dirty, like why
keep going, eh?
Yeah.
Mm.
All right, mean.
And so that's what I've been cooking. But then I've got another. I'm really keen to learn how to do a really good lasagna.
Oh yeah.
I think that's probably next on my list. Ella's actually just made one.
And a couple of mean lasagnas this week, actually. Yeah.
So I think that's probably next up for me. So we'll try to do the whole homemade pasta, little lasagna, and then try and kind of perfect that one. I think.
Yep.
I've been getting into pairing wines with dishes. So I'm gonna have to practice
Pair it with the wine.
Yeah, I need
Is that going to be your thing on the Instagram stories now, like cracking a bottle of wine with every cook?
You reckon? Maybe I could pair it.
Give it a nudge.
I need to get. I need to find someone to come on a date with me, so I need to practice. You know.
So if you want to stock Kate and Abel, or if you want a boyfriend, email Cam.
Or Instagram me, one of the two.
In the DMs. All right. How long has that been? We got anything more to talk about?
Nah, I think.
Followed anyone recently on Instagram?
Apart from that Hercules Noble Food,
yeah.
I think if you guys haven't heard of him, check him out because he's awesome. Like he's a caterer, or what is he, like a private chef?
Private chef.
Yeah, private chef.
Yeah.
He's a great follow.
Those private chef videos.
They're going really good. Like
so good.
Have you seen there's another guy, he's in New York, he works in New York, I can't remember his name. He doesn't talk or anything.
Right.
But he just sets up his camera.
So clever.
And he just prepares his day's worth of food.
One of my favourite ones that keeps popping up for me is this dude that works in he's almost like an apprentice maybe in like a sushi restaurant in maybe Japan or maybe even like New York or something. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah.
But the videos are from his girlfriend showing what he cooks when he gets home from work.
I have seen him.
So good. So good. And he just like gets home at like midnight and like cooks up like all of this stuff to make a sandwich, and I'm just sitting there and I'm like, man, I've got kids. I'm in bed at like 9 o'clock. Like, how are you finishing work at midnight and then cooking for like another hour and a half for dinner? Yeah. Also, who eats at midnight? Who eats at 1 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah,
doesn't that mess with your... If I eat...
Circadian rhythm, bro. To be fair, when I've had enough beers, I'll probably slide in somewhere to get some food.
But I can't... Like, if I eat... Even if I have dessert at like 8 o'clock or something, I'm like lying in bed pinging.
Yeah,
like,
right.
It just keeps me up. I don't know. I just can't do it.
Pinging.
Well, yeah.
So
pinging in the way of like
a
walk. more like tossing and turning and can't sleep than pinging. But anyway,
I think you're aging, mate.
Oh, definitely.
Honestly, I can be a bottomless pit sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Cherie can vouch for me for that one.
I was a bottomless pit until I had that stomach bug go through the family. I can't eat ribs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, had ribs and spewed them back up, and that was nasty.
Oh, where'd you get the ribs from?
I made them. I cooked them. Spent all day cooking them. They were delicious on the way down.
Ribs is a funny
horrid
one. Horrid
on the way back up.
Yours like homemade ones would have been great. I can imagine, but I don't order them out anymore. I always feel kind of ripped off.
Too risky.
Sometimes they're just like bone. Like,
yes.
Don't get much meat.
Yeah, so there's a couple of brands. I think one of them is Swift Ribs or something like that, and they're like meaty.
From just cook at home ones.
Yeah, cook at home. Gilmore's most places I would hope, or like butchers and stuff would stock them because they're a pretty well known brand. Right. But like literally, you could probably eat 3 pork ribs.
Oh, and that's how fat they are.
And that's like enough. This isn't like a Lone Star, go and get 12 ribs and eat all 12. This is literally like
actual meat.
Actually meaty. Yeah.
Yeah, see, I think Lone Star scarred me from ribs, and the other one was the chicken dish they had.
Oh, what was it?
It was like a chicken wrapped in bacon, maybe, or stuffed chicken. I can't remember.
It was creamy sort of chicken.
I just don't order chicken.
Hoedown chicken?
Something like that. I just don't order chicken anymore.
Right.
Like, I'm just like, nah, I'm all good.
Interesting.
It came out dry and
Yeah.
Saharan desert. Got to it, eh?
Ugh.
June 2. It was one of the main characters.
We got halfway through June 1. The other night.
4 hours later.
And literally, we were just sitting there. We're like, eyes are like barely open, and we're like, we're gonna have to stop in the middle of a movie and go to bed. It was not. I don't know. Is June 2 better?
A bit. I think they're good, but they're very you have to be
watching it.
Yeah, because things happen that you're like. Because I read the books before I watched the movie, and so you kind of know.
You cook, you read, you run. What can't you do, Cam?
Eat ribs. The story makes a lot of sense, but it's also I think the director and Hans Zimmer, who does the audio, anything he does is just amazing.
Great.
You
could tell straight away, 5 minutes into the movie, I was like, oh, this is a Hans Zimmer movie.
Yeah, I think the audio, what he does with the audio is just crazy good. Yep. And then the cinematics, how the director did it, I think is really good.
Yep.
But it sounds like he won't be around for the next one.
Yeah.
And the book, there's 6 of them. Honestly, these things are huge.
Proper novels.
And the first 3 are really good.
Yeah.
And then I stopped reading the 4th one because it was just this far-fetched thing. It just goes to
And they're going to keep doing the movies, you reckon?
I think I'll do the first 3 books, apparently.
Interesting. Yeah, I can't even... You could follow what was going on, but I don't understand what was going on from the movie. And I don't know whether that was just because I wasn't into it from the start and so I've missed things or haven't figured things out but
it's worth watching again.
Yeah.
But it's don't watch with kids.
No. Start it at as soon as the kids are in bed. Don't wait for an hour and a half and then start watching it.
Straight into it. It's quite funny. I tried to watch it with Mum, and Mum's one of those people. I love it a bit.
Yep.
She's one of those people that if I'm watching the same movie as her at the start together, we'll start it together.
Yeah.
She's asking me questions like, "Oh, why did he do that?"
Haley was like that as well.
What do you, Mum?
Get off your phone. I can't explain this. It's going to take me 10 minutes to explain it to you, and then we're going to miss the next 10 minutes.
There's some people that...
What is it? What happened there? What did they say? Do you watch movies with subtitles?
No, but they do.
I can't stand it.
Yeah, I don't do it, but they do. And it actually helps, though, when Mum goes, "What did he say?" And I said,
read
subtitles. Yeah, you have no excuse here.
But I just find myself reading the subtitles and not even watching what's happening. And then it's but I reckon it's more engaging. I'm less likely to flick open my phone if the subtitles are on.
Yeah, that's probably true.
But maybe I just need to put my phone away and try and watch a movie.
It's pretty hard to do these days, though. I chase that dopamine.
Yeah, hard. Anyway, Sweet Sesh, get yours now, and Magic Mushy. If you don't like mushrooms, don't think that it's just a mushroom sauce kind of mix. You'll find heaps of uses for it, even in soups and stocks, and if you're making a spag bog or something, chucking a teaspoon of that will give you a real cool umami kind of kick.
Yeah, it's got a deep
not like
flavour
you
to
can
it.
taste mushrooms in your lasagna. It'd be mean, eh? In your bolognese sort of lasagna situation. But yeah, give it a crack, give it a nudge, and if enough people buy it, it'll hang around. So
is there a forecast to kind of what time frame that might be released?
No, it's out now.
Oh, is it?
Yep. Launched on Monday. Yep, launched yesterday.
Perfect
for us. So yeah,
check it out.
Amongst, buy some Sweet Sesh and
come visit us at the Palmerston Women's Expo this weekend.
Sure.
Perfect. All right. See ya.
Thanks for listening to the Pepper and Me podcast, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're interested in any of the products that we're talking about, you'll find us at pepperandme.co.nz.